What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction. I don't know if the camera just shook, but Luca just stretched and like bumped into the stand that it's on. In any case, we're back with more Morten Harket. I appreciate the patience. This one has yet to return from the holiday break. So again, I appreciate the patience, not just with Morten's deep dive, but with Aha themselves, even though obviously I've been going through the movie and my follow-up thoughts. But yeah, ultimately just trying to catch up on everything. And I do appreciate that there's a number of people following different groups who are keen to talk more music and to have me go through the catalogs. It does mean, you know, a lot that people are ready to do that. So as much as, you know, I'm always trying to balance things and catch up, I do appreciate the interest, is I guess what I mean to say. In any case, we are back to Vogts Villa, 1996. I think we're up to the third to last tune, is that right? I will check very quickly. Yes, the third to last tune, and it translates to Heavenly Dancers. I like the phrase as it appears in English. Presuming that translation is correct, I wonder, you know, what level of heavenly we're using here, whether we're actually talking about, you know, celestial or divine beings, or whether that is an adjective to indicate the quality, the purity of some kinetic form, which again, you know, dancing, it can be done by yourself, it can be done with other people, it can be part of pageantry or an entertainment, or it can be done just for exuberant, joyous reasons. So, you know, I'll look forward to hearing what people have to say about this one. And ultimately, it's been interesting because on, you know, some of the tunes, even getting translation, shout out to Carrie and to others who have provided them, you know, a lot of the lyrics and, you know, knowing that throughout his solo career, you know, there are other people writing tunes, or at least, you know, co-writing tunes with him, that, yeah, there's some lyrics which, you know, they're very interpretive. So even when you get a translation, it doesn't always guarantee that, like, the meaning is straight away. Nevertheless, let's hear what Heavenly Dancers are about sonically. This is Morten Harket. It's a track that translates to Heavenly Dancers, and it's the third to last tune on the 1996 album Vogts Villa. I could like see him in the studio now. I like the production here, it's intriguing, it's dynamic. He's letting me fly here, but like controlled.
Himmelske danser. Nå kommer hun for nær.
What is this tune? What?
Himmelske Danser.
That's the title for it, right?
Himmelske sjæl. I nat har du danset. Gør det selv ihjel.
Just need to let that absorb into my brain for a second. I mean, that's... If it's not just instantly my favorite solo Morten tune, it's at least in the conversation. And I know it's hard, like I'm going through albums from different eras, and ultimately, you know, what happens in a lot of deep dives is like, I'm going through their catalog and, oh, this is my favorite so far. And then I hear some more good ones, and then another one, oh, this is my favorite so far. But then it's like, if I heard them in reverse order, would it be the same thing where like now the one that I heard first, if I heard that second, would that then be my favorite? Like, I don't know, sometimes comparing as I experience the catalog, which is, again, I promise I am going to do the Aha album video. I am going to do it also for a couple other bands in the short term. And then in the medium term, I have like the next batch of bands that I'd like to do that with. So we'll get to these things. But that is partially why, you know, I've been taking a bit longer to do those videos, because you really have to start thinking about, you know, which songs on each album you enjoy the most, that you feel are reflective of each album, and so on. So those projects are still in the works. But the point is, you know, my immediate feeling here is that was maybe my favorite Morten tune so far. It was audacious vocally, it was audacious sonically in terms of the composition. It was both soulful and bluesy with the instruments and the vocals. Shout out to the backing female vocalist as well. But it also had, like, you know, that electrical guitar, like it had like a swagger to it. Like it wasn't just you know, like basically it was drawing on different styles, but it was also like characteristically like Morten's own. And ultimately that like percussion groove with the wicked bass and like those sections where it's like crazy, like this, you know, this feels like really edgy and, you know, taking a chance, and I love the results. So yeah, drawing in different layers, seemingly a bit more experimental or risk-taking, and then all characteristically like a Morten tune as it sounds, as I experience it. So again, I do think I heard the title, and I think I heard the title followed by a phrase that would presumably have heavenly again, but a different noun that followed it, so or perhaps a verb. But either way, it sounded like the same adjective, but then a different subsequent word. So yeah, curious about all that. Obviously, I look forward to people's comments about the meaning. But that's definitely one that needs, you know, re-listens, and just sonically was incredibly tasty on a first listen. So shout out to Morten, shout out to the people that he made this album with, shout out to the performers in particular. I wonder, you know, sometimes discogs will have, I mean, I'm here on the master release, so okay, is there more than one backing vocalist? It looks like there's just one, so We're saying that's Elizabeth Moberg. I'm probably pronouncing that incorrectly. But that seems to be, apart from Havard Rem, which again, I'm sure I'm saying that wrong, that seems to be the only people credited for voice. So I'm going to, again, I know people would have written that before, but yeah, she sounded incredible on this one. Not much information on her on Discogs. It just says that that's her real name, and you know, there's a full album that she put out in '93. Yeah, okay, it's Norwegian, so I'm going to assume she is a Norwegian singer, but yeah, not much information available. Either way, she sounded amazing on this. 2 more songs to go, and the next tune, just to give a little bit of a preview, when we come back to this one after going back to Out of My Hands, will be, or at least according to Google Translate, Lights Up When You Drive, which, I don't know, I feel like maybe that's a clumsy translation, maybe not, maybe that's the best way to phrase it in English available, but either way, I'm intrigued by that phrase. Do let me know what you think of this. Luca is now awake and she's grooming herself, but she still seems largely disinterested, alas. But shout out to Morten once again. Brilliant tune, one of my favorites in recent, reactions that I can think of. So let me know what you think, and we'll see you next time. Peace.